Good morning, ladies. And, once again, man, I hate to say I told you so, and I don't like to toot my own horn and shit, but I told you this would fucking happen. What am I talking about now? Okay, go back a couple of my videos back. I don't know which one it is, guys. The days run together and shit. Time's going by fast. I told you all, the law will never touch Gypsy as long as she's protected by them, and neither will the mainstream media. But I also said this. I said, unless it gets too crazy, and then mainstream media sees, okay, the people are demanding this shit. It's getting too wild. They will come out and they will get in front of it. You guys, I said this. All right? I said they will ignore it or they will do a soft hit piece on her. Okay? And I said this because the whole thing was orchestrated, starting with Perez Hilton. Okay? Let me explain. I told you guys that guy was a joke. He's in the club, man. I've got a picture of him with the pink hair when he was leveling up with the black eye at a red carpet event. That's where the picture was taken. You guys, listen, man. Someone like that, if they had received a black eye, like his boyfriend got him or he got into a fist fight or something, he would never have gone out like that. Or he would have had at least some makeup or something to try to cover it up. He wouldn't have went to the event. The point of those rituals is to humiliate them. You have to go gain something, or it's lose something, gain something. Okay? I don't know what they offered him or what they were giving him for that. But the reason he got the black eye, and then they do it right before there's a big event you're going to. So everyone sees it. They knew that red carpet event was coming and he'd be there being photographed and stuff. And up in front of everybody, having to talk to the reporters and the journalists and all that shit. You guys know how it goes. And that's why they do it. The point is to humiliate you. Now, if someone asks you, you got to explain. Well, it's the elephant in the room when you walk up there and you got a big fucking shiner like that, dressed in your tuxedo and all this. That's the point of it. Now you're supposed to explain, or no one's going to ask you maybe, and then, right? That's what that was. And he had pink hair then, okay? Now, he was asked to come on the scene and to do a distraction off of the serious, horrible nature of these videos and these other things that are coming out about her. Make a joke of it. Get on there with these content creators and joke. Joke about meth, Bree and her meth arrest. Joke with Ryan about his stuff. Stay away from the real evil, horrible part. And God forbid, stay away from the fact that she doesn't have a fucking baby. All right? And that's why he was sent out. He is you guys, you know that. He is like the mainstream of content creators, of social media. He calls himself the original queen of social media. He is the link between mainstream media. And these people watch our videos. They see it. They see all this. The truth train. We got to get the mainstream media in on it. We got to. And we are building up momentum. We were going crazy. So they gave us what we wanted to just shut us the fuck up. They want these videos and these spoilers and stuff to just pass. They just want it to pass. And at the same time, they got this bitch doing a podcast pretending like, she's fucking Mother Teresa over there with her beige mom moment and all this shit. Doesn't even have a fucking baby. Okay? That is what they did. He was the link. Well, that's what they wanted. So they sent him out first to test the waters. Right? And then it's all fake. He is a distraction. And that is why he colored his hair pink again, guys, in the middle of it. To show everybody. To show the rest of the brotherhood. Look, this is for her. We're doing this to distract her. This is me. This has got our mark on it. That is why. When he leveled up, he had the pink hair. They gave him the black eye, sent him out there. And he did his hair pink again, the same color, right in the middle of this to show everyone that. And then, like clockwork, in step lock, the mainstream media comes out. And a big deluge, like 8 different articles. And guess what, guys? They were all soft hit pieces to get the attention off the real sick shit. And now the mainstream media can say, well, we covered it. We did cover it. We did talk about it. We gave them what they wanted. You guys, and they use the mockingbird approach. They're not even trying to be slick with us. Read all the articles. It's all the same thing. It's all the same verbiage. That's called mockingbird technique. When they all use the same verbiage and they use the same paragraph placement. Very strategic. Yes, they all go through report. Oh, she talked about giving up her 13-year-old daughter's virginity to the man. Yeah, they go for the very worst one, right? And then after that, it's the same thing. But she suffered years of abuse by her mother, medically abused, and her suffering from Munchausen syndrome by proxy. First of all, they don't even use that term anymore. Okay? It's factitious disorder or some shit. All right? In my opinion, those people are just evil, but that's something different. That's a whole other video. But they're all saying the same thing. But her mother, years of abuse, which we know is not true. Then they do a little soft part talking about, oh, but her and Ken Urker, her boyfriend and her baby, which they know she doesn't have a baby. That's a lie. They know that. They know she does not have a baby. And then what do we got to hear? And then they place it after that is, oh, she assisted her boyfriend, the maniac fucking Nick Godejohn, who's serving life in prison. She assisted him in killing her mother. When we know the body was cold and Nick stabbed a corpse. We know that. And they know that. You guys, just like I said, and I hate to toot my own horn, but go look at the Bass video and then go read these articles. They all did the same exact thing. Yeah, Gypsy Rosie's videos came out about her bullet and they're pretty telling. And then it jumps right into, but she suffered years of abuse at the hand of her crazy mother from Munchausen syndrome by proxy. And she assisted her boyfriend. Assisted. She didn't assist him nothing. He was a scapegoat. Pay attention, guys. Perez Hilton is no good. He's on their team, and so is the mainstream media. She's got them in her pocket, them and the law. The only way we can take her down is Snow Baby. She does not have a baby. I know this for a fact. If you guys would wake up, I need some of you some of you intelligent women. I'm not gonna. You're gonna remain nameless. But I need you all to jump on the fucking bandwagon. The truth is she never had a baby, and that's the biggest scam of all of this. That is the hugest scandal of all of this. And you all, the majority of you are so naive. This is why you don't believe it. Simply because Lifetime wouldn't go along with that. They're a big company. They wouldn't go along. They're the ones that put her up to it. And don't be so naive to think that Lifetime wouldn't do that. Of course they would for money. Nothing better for a TV show or a sitcom storyline than a birth story. Only thing better is a huge wedding. And that is statistically a fact. There's nothing better for a TV show than a pregnancy and a birth storyline, except for a big, huge wedding. All right? And that is the truth. And that's all. That's what we need to show. And all you guys got to do is we need someone to send their attorneys down there. I'm in Boston. Go to that courthouse, corner the judge's secretary, and start asking questions. When you find out, when you see the electronic docket that shows you no one was paternity tested at all, no one was court ordered. You must be court ordered. You cannot establish a legal paternity without a court order. You cannot go to some non-invasive. They mind-fucked us, guys. They tried to make it like, oh, well, paternity was established before the whole divorce, so we don't have to worry about that. We know it's Ken's baby. They don't do that. You cannot use a non-invasive. You cannot do that. But that's what they wanted us to believe. Her and Ryan were married by Louisiana law dictates, and every other state just about. If you're married, the husband is the presumed father. He has to be court ordered and then tested first. You take the actual court order to go get the blood work or the swab. He was never court ordered, and that is not confidential. Quit being stupid. Oh, well, it's a DNA. We're not asking for results. There is an original court order. The results would be an addendum later. There has to be a court order for him, there has to be a court order for her, and there has to be well, not for her necessarily. There has to be a court order for him, and there has to be a court order for Ken. After, it should have went court order for him. And of course, Gypsy's going to go along with it because she's the one saying, you know, she's the one trying to get the divorce. And paternity must be established. You can't wait. No. 100% of the time, if she was pregnant, they would have never had a court date on December 9th. You guys are so ridiculous to think that she was 30-some weeks pregnant, standing there, and the judge finalized her divorce. Call any judge you want. They do not do that, ever. They always continue. And I cannot believe you and some of you intelligent women that are content creators are being so ridiculous to think that this bitch can stand in there and have her divorce finalized on December 9th and then give birth December 28th. That is an impossibility. Those two things are incompatible. And it's really making me crazy that these intelligent women otherwise are being so fucking stupid when it comes to this. It's clear as day, guys. There are no court orders for paternity to be established, which means her divorce would never have been finalized. We know her divorce is finalized. She could have never had that name changed from Anderson to Urker like she tried to lie and show us those fake birth certificates without a court order to establish paternity. It doesn't mention the baby's name or anything. It's nothing confidential. It would say, petition to establish paternity of a minor child. Quit playing with me, guys. This is how to take her down. Mainstream media does not give a fuck about any of it. We have to prove she doesn't have a baby. See you in the next video, guys.